and you would like me to come to you with a card, then please would you leave me a comment so that I know that you're watching, and then I can come and link to your energy, to your vibration, and relay to you what I can pick up for you today. Okay, in the meantime, while I'm waiting for Facebook to show me who's watching, I will pick a card which will be for everybody this morning, and it will be an elemental card, and one of my favourite decks is the Fairy Oracle. Okay, the Fairy Oracle deck, and this is about to come up. So this is a card for everybody watching either live or on playback, and the energy, the message on the card is going to make you smile, because it is the card of temptation. Are you in denial about an unhealthy habit, perhaps one that makes you feel guilty? This fairy says you have the power to overcome temptation, whatever its guise. It could be a habit in your behavior, it could be a habit in your actions, it could be a habit with your emotions or your mind, something that doesn't serve your highest good. You think it's going to all the time up until you give in, and afterwards, and perhaps even during, you realize that it's not actually such a great idea after all, and perhaps you wish you hadn't. So we get into these patterns, don't we? And this is just a reminder that we can get out of these patterns, and the first step to doing that is acknowledging them and taking a look at ourselves, taking a look at our own energy and what we are doing to ourselves. Okay, so that is a card for everybody. Look at your temptation areas and just work with spirit to help you dissolve the magnetic craving or the pattern that does not serve your highest good. Okay, right, so the first person I'm going to pick a card for will be Claire Sherman Brettle. So the first thing before I pick the card, Claire, is I'm linking to your energy, and I want to talk to you about things you've outgrown, all right? Things you've outgrown is the first phrase that comes into my mind. I know that sometimes things with people can feel like wading through the mud. So just stop, slow down, and just see how you could take charge of the situation a little differently, changing the perspective, rather than putting so much energy into repeating the same actions and getting the same results. I feel that this might be with a family member, I feel it might be with a younger family member, but I'm sure that you can look at the patterns and you can see how things aren't changing unless you can change how you're handling the situation. And I know that you're handling the situation well, but I also know that it's kind of got into a bit of a stuck pattern, a repeat cycle. So ask for a fresh perspective and new inspiration on what you can do differently. There is a lot of green in your energy field, a beautiful healthy green, a connectedness. Also, I pick up a lot of curiosity around you, coming from you, and this is from your mind. I feel that your mind is very active, very alive, very alert, and very open to learning. This is one of your qualities, that you have this open mind set. And I also am being asked to say to you what I've just heard, and that is she wants the best for everybody. So you have a very positive mindset and outlook, okay? Um, I very often get messages from Spirit that are symbolic. And when I get a symbolic message or a vision, I then have to interpret it and go with the energy, describe and go through the motions to get more insight into what I am being shown. So I have just symbolically seen like a metal link chain around your waist, with a metal link chain leading from it around somebody's wrist. And it feels like you either can't or don't want to let them go. I feel what this is that you are very concerned for their well-being. I feel that's you wanting to take care of them. And Spirit are saying to me, relax the reins a little bit, and that will help. Right, so I hope that this resonates and you are aware of who I'm talking to. It can well be the same situation, described in a different way. All right, so I'm going to pick you a card, Claire, and let me see what comes for you. Is somebody around you struggling with their health as well? Because I'm just picking up on this and I don't feel that's you. So just be aware as well of energy coming into your aura, and just, keep your own boundaries there. All right, keep your own boundaries in place. And your card from the Fairy Oracle is this one, a beautiful depiction of a Fey tree dryad. So it is about the tree wisdom, and the tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. Well, sound is a vibration, and as we know, our human ears are only able to pick up and hear a very narrow bandwidth, and also visually a very narrow bandwidth. Nature does create sound. If you've ever listened to anything like a Sprout app and the microphone touching a tree or plugged onto a plant, you will appreciate that each plant, each tree does in fact make its own sound, its own song, as do we. That's through the vibration of our energy. So it's not as far-fetched as it may sound. There is scientific evidence to back that up. All energy vibrates and creates sound on some level up and down the scale. Right, so it's about connecting to that innate wisdom, the tree energy, very beneficial for you, a really strong connection with the trees in particular. And I want to talk to you about sitting with trees, bathing in forest energy, in tree energy, to regain your equilibrium, to relax, to open up. And in that frame of mind, you are more open to receiving inspiration from the spiritual worlds all around you. So it's a reminder of the letting go, of the changes in perspective, of the healing of yourself, and the positive healing releases that are being offered to you at the moment, if you want to connect with this and do the healing work with the help, obviously, from the trees and from your own spiritual team, along with the green that I see in your aura. The colour purple is also very evident. I can also see the colour purple, and of course that is connected to your own spirituality. There is a lot of purple, so again, when there's a lot of a colour, that means it's a vibration which we engage with a lot. If there's a lot of a colour, each colour actually depicts a vibration, and purple is a high vibration, it's spirituality, and it also speaks to me of your own intuition and your own psychic abilities. Okay, so I am acknowledging that and just mentioning it. Thank you for joining, Claire. Please leave me a comment with your feedback, and I appreciate that. So, okay. Hey Caroline, hey Dorothy. All right. The next card will be for Dorothy, and let me just find your energy, Dorothy. While I do this, I'm literally scanning with my mind. Has somebody hurt you? Because as I connect to your energy, I feel a sense of somebody hurting you. I don't know whether this is like an old betrayal or recent, but it feels deep. It feels still uncomfortable, still with a level of discomfort. Try and let that go. I know how difficult that is when people betray us or hurt us, but we can't move on in that area in our lives and lift our vibration all the time that we haven't processed the pain. And sometimes it takes a while. It happens in layers and in stages, you know, and just looking at why they are or they have behaved in that way can lead us into some of the trauma that's in them and some of the pain. Healed people never behave badly, they never strike out. People who are content and sorted out never behave badly because it's just not in them. And also, sometimes when people hurt us, they can be touching on our own wounds, touching on them and adding to them because it's a similar type of pain and we feel it, but it can be meant to be a catalyst to actually release a bigger burden that's on your soul, even from childhood, you know? So look at healing, listen to healing videos, and there are lots on YouTube. Find which work for you, and it's nice to sometimes play those on a loop when you go off to sleep, because the subconscious mind also is affected by the positivity of the recordings, and we know how the depths of the subconscious affect the conscious mind. Everything is stored in the subconscious. So this is very much about your healing at the moment, and it being time really for your healing. I want to give you a card. Okay, Dorothy. So let me see what comes up. I feel also that your energy is a soft energy, it's a loving energy, and it's also a yielding energy. You know, so that also means that sometimes people with a harsher energy impinge, and it feels even more comfortable than it uncomfortable than it would if you had a hard shell. You have a beautiful softness and a caring to your nature, So just be aware that sometimes, we feel it more deeply when our energy is soft and more yielding. Right, card for Dorothy. Card for Dorothy. Come out, whichever one you are. Which one? This one. Okay, a beautiful card. Your card is inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the fairy of inspiration. Come dusk or come dawn, she can call at any time. Now, as I read out the card, I actually want to mention that when you can relax and be in a position to listen more, that there is a lady in the spiritual worlds who is definitely on a family link coming in, and I feel that this is a mother energy who wants to help you. All right, so she will give you inspiration from where she is in the spirit world. I feel that she wants me to say that her judgment wasn't always that great when she was on the earth, actually. But I know that she has adjusted, she's healed, she has learnt and shifted into a much higher perspective. She has had time to work on herself in the spirit world. And somebody shows me a budgerigar connected, okay? So remember, even those who perhaps didn't live to their full potential while they were on the earth do get the opportunity when they leave their body and move into the spiritual worlds, of which there are many dimensions and many, many opportunities to continue the journeys of growth and healing. And I feel this lady wants to support you at the moment, all right? And it can also be about family patterns, because one of my guides has just said, don't forget family patterns come into the healing, like the ancestral karma. I want to also say to you, Dorothy, to work with the angels of grace. When you call an angel of grace, what can happen there is they will bring the vibration within their power of grace, and grace dissolves karma. These angels are a beautiful shimmering white with white wings. When I see them, they will often come in carrying the scales of justice symbolically to let me know which type of angels they are and what their particular gifts and mission is, what they are bringing to you. So it's angels of grace. I hope that this resonates, Dorothy, and please would you leave me a comment to help me to know what this has meant to you, how you can understand what I have mentioned. Okay. Hey Lynn, there's some feedback from Claire. She said, yes, you are so right. There is a reoccurring problem that I can't seem to solve with my son. Thank you for your advice. I will try and take a step back and let go a bit. So right about the trees. I've been missing walking out in nature. And she's sitting with two purple jumpers on. All right, great. Thank you for that feedback, Claire. Okay, hey, Leslie. Right, let me see where I can come next. Leslie Curry. I'm going to bring you a card. You're in Dublin. Okay, I wonder whether you were there when I taught the 2 angel workshops that I came to Dublin to teach in years gone by. Right. I feel straight away busyness with your energy. I feel that you are a very busy lady on the go, okay? On the go. Lots to do. There's lots of motion, lots of action, and lots of planning. Don't know whether you plan a party or a get together or some event like that, but I feel that there's the energy of planning things around you today. Right. Also, a lot of talking to other people, lots of conversations, lots of calls, lots of talking about getting together, all of this positive energy. And let me see. I also know that you're instrumental in other people meeting up who wouldn't perhaps necessarily make the effort. That's how I feel with your energy. Right, Leslie, I'm thinking about you. I'm asking for a card for you. So, your card is Lost and Found. What was once lost is about to be found thanks to the Lost and Found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realised were lost. I feel that this is actually about delegating. Somebody has just put that in my mind from my guides about delegating and letting other people take some of the strain and letting them do things sometimes, because I feel that you take a lot on, and this also is about you taking on things other people could do for themselves as well. Um, so don't kill them with kindness. And that's just a joke. But what I mean is, don't wear yourself out, don't get exhausted. Remember, find that sense of balance where you're not multitasking all the time, but you can delegate a little bit more. I also want to talk to you about your adventurous side and finding time to use that and to find some gaps in your life, in your schedule, where you can actually get out and do some really different things. Okay, so the adventurous side of you, she needs expression, she needs to explore, she needs to go wandering and look and learn and experience more different things. That's what I get for you. I hope that this resonates, and I hope you will bear in mind what I've said and use that adventurous side. Please leave me a comment. I have to go, but thank you for joining me. And bye for now. Bye for now.